Believe it or not, even the House of Mouse makes a mistake from time to time. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for another top 10 Disney movie mistakes you missed. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at even more movie mistakes that can be found in various Disney movies. These mistakes can be anything, including continuity errors, animation mistakes, or plot holes. We will be including Pixar movies on this list, as long as the production was a Pixar-Disney collaboration.
Oh boy, this is gonna be good, I can tell.
Number 10. Magically appearing Magic 8-Ball. Toy Story. Looks like those Magic 8-Balls really are magic after all. Not only can they tell the future, but they can also appear at will whenever they're needed. When Andy's mom suggests Pizza Planet for dinner, Andy excitedly throws his toys onto the desk.
Pizza Planet? Oh, cool!
Notice how there's absolutely nothing near them, aside from the lamp and pens on the other side of the desk. However, right after Woody pushes Buzz off him, an 8-ball magically appears right beside his arm.
Will Andy pick me?
Yeah, there are no camera angle excuses or anything for this one. This was just a big fat mistake.
Nothing. I'm sure Andy was just a little excited, that's all. Too much cake and ice cream, I suppose. It's just a mistake.
Number 9. Why don't the supers know the name Deavor? Incredibles 2. In the 15-year anticipated follow-up to The Incredibles, the issues between supers and the rest of society are very much still real.
Oh, what did we do?
However, Mr. Incredible, Elastigirl, and Frozone find allies in the Deavors. Well, one of them anyway.
Welcome back, Elastigirl! Come on up here. Don't be bashful. Come on, get up here.
Winston and Evelyn's father had been a big fan of superheroes back in the day, putting up a statue of Dynaguy, and even making friends with some of them. Given that several of their own superpowered pals took a liking to the senior Deavor, wouldn't our heroes have at least heard the name Deavor before though? Additionally, Elastigirl's look gets an upgrade. To Edna Mode's dismay,
Elastigirl's super suit is by Galbaki!
As well as a new electric bike. But when it meets an unfortunate end, it explodes in a ball of fire, which wouldn't happen to something, you know, electric. Number 8. Vanellope's tooth reappears. Wreck-It Ralph. This is another minor mistake, but like others of its kind, there's just no going back once you notice it. When she's practicing driving, Vanellope crashes and spits out a tooth. She then smiles at Ralph, making her missing front tooth very obvious and clear to the audience. However, her teeth are completely fine and intact for the rest of the movie. You could argue that it was a video game and her teeth were reprogrammed or something, but really, it was just a simple sight gag that the animators had no intention of continuing throughout the movie.
I've been thinking.
That's dangerous.
Number 7. Kristoff under fresh snow. Frozen. This mistake serves as another innocent sight gag, but it's a little less forgivable than the last. When Kristoff, Anna, and Olaf are escaping from Marshmallow, Olaf gets thrown off the cliff right before Kristoff and Anna fall to the snow below. At the bottom, Kristoff emerges under a completely fresh and undisturbed mound of snow.
I can't feel my legs! I can't feel my legs!
Not only did Kristoff somehow end up underneath Olaf, who fell off the cliff first, but he also didn't make any impact or scuff marks upon hitting the snow. Mistake made by the animators? Sight gag we weren't supposed to take seriously? Or is Kristoff a ghost? Make your decision.
He's crazy.
Number 6. Jasmine's golden armband changes arms. Aladdin.
Jafar. I never realized how incredibly handsome you are.
In the scene where Jasmine is chained up by Jafar, she is wearing a golden snake bracelet on her right arm. This can clearly be seen when she kisses Jafar, and right before she tries to wrestle the staff away from him. However, once she's knocked to the ground, the bracelet is on her left arm. In the next shot, when she stands to get the lamp, it's on her right arm again.
Get the lamp!
It's a simple continuity error, and it's a real blink and you'll miss it mistake, especially considering the hectic nature of the scene. But hey, it's a mistake nonetheless.
Princess, your time is up!
Number 5. Elsa's hair goes through her shoulder. Frozen. This goof has become quite popular on the internet in the mid-2010s thanks to a particularly eagle-eyed viewer.
The past is in the past. Let it go.
Sadly, the person who discovered it was probably some kid's poor parent who had to watch the movie for the 1000th time that month.
Oh, look at that. I've been impaled.
During Let It Go, Elsa's hair fuses through her left shoulder once she lets it down. While this is hardly noticeable at normal speed, it's quite clear upon viewing the scene in slow motion, or when scrutinizing it frame by frame. Then again, maybe we should just let it go, because apart from that, the scene is amazing.
Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway.
Number 4. Nothing happens to the lights. Monsters, Inc. In Monsters, Inc., it's made very clear that Boo's screams and laughs produce massive power spikes. Because, you know, the entire concept of the movie is that children's screams, and later laughter, power the monster city. However, there are numerous times throughout the movie when Boo's vocalizations do absolutely nothing to the power. Examples include the scene when she's screaming in Randall's scream extractor, or when she's giggling in the bathroom while playing hide-and-seek with Sully.
Hey,
you're good.
On both occasions, the lights should be going haywire, yet nothing happens. Geez, get your lore straight, Disney. Number 3. Mike and Sully did not meet in university. Monsters University. Apparently, Monsters, Inc. has an issue with quality control.
2319! We have a 2319!
The entire concept of Monsters University is that Mike and Sully meet and befriend each other while studying at the titular school.
What am I doing? James B. Sullivan.
Mike Wazowski. Listen, it was quite delightful meeting you and whatever that is, but if you don't mind, I have to study my scaring.
You don't need to study scaring, you just do it.
Really? I think there's a little more to it than that. But hey, thanks for stopping by. Let go of that! My hat!
My pig!
However, it was established in the first movie that Mike and Sully have been friends for much longer than that. As Mike says to Sully,
"You've been jealous of my good looks since the 4th grade, pal."
However, the director has acknowledged this error. According to him, the team decided to forego the established character backgrounds for story and thematic purposes. We can respect that, but we're still going to point it out. Number 2. Why does Buzz freeze? Toy Story. This has been a question on everyone's mind since 1995. Why does Buzz freeze when Andy enters the room? It's established early on that the toys freeze around Andy, because, you know, they're not supposed to be alive.
Andy's coming, everybody! Back to your places, hurry!
But it's also established that Buzz doesn't believe himself to be a toy. If that's the case, then why does he freeze like the rest of them? It could be that a toy's involuntary response is to freeze around humans.
You are a toy!
It could also be a defense mechanism. Or maybe he wanted to wait and study the hostile species. While this plot hole doesn't ruin the movie, it certainly brings up some questions. These are some crazy details you can't unsee. Ready for some more? These are some unbelievable honorable mentions, but once you see number 1...
Nemo!
Daddy?
You can't do nothing right, babe. I'm a loser.
Mr. Litwack!
What's the trouble, sweetheart?
The game's busted.
What did you do, Ralph? Nothing.
Leave him alone. He was just trying to make the game more exciting.
Yeah, why don't you relax, Taffeta? Litwack will fix it. All right. Oh.
Number 1. The Slashes change direction. Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast is undoubtedly one of Disney's all-time classics, but that doesn't mean it's without its goofs. In the prologue, the Beast dramatically tears at his human portrait, and the scratches go in a downwards left to right direction. One scratch even begins at his right eye and goes across his nose and off his cheek. However, when Belle later discovers the same portrait, the scratches travel in an upwards direction. and the scratch beginning on his right eye is completely gone. For such a serious and important scene, you'd think they'd have reviewed the earlier scene. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.